Welcome. Thank you guys all for being here. This is a really special night. Thank you to our team. Just give it up for our team and everybody that's here making this happen. This looks beautiful. I'm so thankful for all of you guys, and I'm sure all the help that they were inside. I hope you guys scored some awesome treasures. So thank you so much for being here. Hopefully this will be a fun night for you as it is for us. And yeah, we just wanted to do a little bit of a Q&A that's kind of feels like what people have asked for in the past. People always want to hear a couple of things, and Carly feels like she just repeats herself all the time. But hey, they're new. Some of them have never heard these questions. So I'm going to go through these questions, and Carly's going to answer the majority of them. I'm just your host for the evening. So, Carly, of Carly Jean Los Angeles, how did you start CJLA? This is a question from Abby.
Thank you. Really great hosting skills. I'm so pumped you're here. Side note, just like, this is so sweet. Thank you guys for being here tonight. I know some of you have come from around the corner, and some of you have come from across the country, and I just want to say thank you. The team and I feel like we've been talking about this for weeks, and we have been so pumped, like, just to be in this place with you guys. So thanks for making the effort. I know it's no small feat to get here, and even for locals to make tonight work, and we're just so pumped to be with you guys. So it's super fun to not be, we love being on, a camera too, but it's way more fun to be with you in person. So it's really sweet to be together tonight. So I will answer the question. Yeah, I did. I was like, I've answered these. Like, people are gonna be like, if you've heard these, I'm so sorry. Just enjoy your food and hang out. You asked me, how did I start CJLA?
How did you start CJLA?
Okay, quick answers. We're going quick because we have even more things. This is not fun for the evening. We have better stuff coming. I started CJLA when I was 19. If we go way back, I dropped out of school and had always had this desire to do something in the clothing industry. I wasn't trained. I wasn't a designer. I thought I wanted to be and would love to be, but I'd never gone to school for it, and just was like, well, it's not really an option right now. So I dropped out of school, and I opened a little store with what I had in my closet. I started with vintage because that was what I could afford and what I had and what I owned. I opened a little vintage store in Burbank, California, which is not far away from here. Yay, Burbank.
There's some people from Burbank.
Yes, I love Burbank.
Right? Yeah.
And so I just opened this sweet little store, and just as time went on, it grew, and there was no social media. It was just like literally just word of mouth being spread, and I just had a blast. It's the same heart, same point as what we do now, just watching women come in who maybe felt like they weren't feeling super comfortable or overwhelmed with getting dressed, and just watching women come in and then leave with a new mindset or a new feeling of like, oh my gosh, I love what I have on. I love feeling good, getting dressed. And so back in those OG days, still same heart, still same mission in what we do today, just helping women feel beautiful right where they are. And then fast forward time, I'm a mom, I have 4 kiddos, had a baby, just brought my baby everywhere. We had a pack and play in like the back of the shop, and it was just like baby and shop, and we just did all the things. And then more babies came, and we're like, okay, I think we need to take a break on the shop and just kind of focus.
They didn't just show up.
Yeah.
They were our children.
Yeah, just babies showed up at the shop. No. So I took a break for that season, and then we went online. We had talked about just doing something together again. I was like, what I miss right now after having 4 kiddos is like, I miss the clothes. I miss like walking into one place and having everything I wanted in one spot. So it was a little selfish. But I was like, I know if I feel like this, there's other women that feel the same and want to feel good getting dressed too. We gotta make this easier than it is. We don't need to lug 4 kids around a mall all afternoon. Nobody wants to do that. So we opened in this place right here, which is always fun to do parties here. In that front room where you guys checked out for boutique, that we turned into a store. And on Friday afternoons, I would literally make a salad and iced tea and be like, hey, we're doing a pop-up shop at our house. So it's kind of fun, a little reminiscent of OG days. And we would just open this little shop, and just that's probably why I love doing this, because I love being together. There's something just so special about it. But did that, and then as time went on, I'm making this longer than it needs to be. As time went on, it just grew, and word of mouth. It was right when kind of stories started with social media, with Instagram, and so it was now I'm like everyone and their dog is doing try-ons. But there was a season when they weren't, and it was like, whoa, novelty, someone's trying on clothes. And so some of the gals we were talking earlier, they're like, I miss the OG try-ons at 11 p.m. at night. We would package ship orders, and then I don't. Yeah. Chad's like, yes, my wife is back. But I would literally like put my makeup on at 11 o'clock at night and be like, hey guys, for try-ons. So it's just some sweet, fun memories and times. But we're super grateful for it now being in more than just the little shop on a Friday. We're able to do much more than we were then, and just to be able to serve women all over the country, but all over the world as well. So it's just a joy. I love what we do, and I'm super grateful that you enjoy it too. Otherwise, we wouldn't exist. So people are like, is it weird that I have on cjla? And I'm like, no, it's a good thing. That means that's the point. It's enjoyed. So long answer to that.
I like it. And I think one of the other things that I noticed the first time I went to Carly's shop was technically our first date, and I just walked in, and obviously she was a babe, so that was quick and easy to go, wow, okay, this is captivating. She's captivating, but it was the way she treated people that was really special, and I think that's the thing that really just is the theme that's continued through everything that we do, is that Carly just really cares well for people. And so she would also do things in a really special way where somebody would come in and say, hey, I need this thing for an event. And she would just go dig deep to figure out, like, okay, what's the event for? Where are you going to go? I mean, she just really deeply cared about what this person's circumstance was. And then the person would walk out like you guys with just a pile of amazing things and so thankful for it. And that was the thing. They were like, thank you, this is amazing, you know. And it was because she just cared for them so deeply and kept thinking of things that would make it more special for them. And they were grateful for it because she cared about who they were and what they were going through. So I feel like that's been a theme that's continued. Okay, I have a follow-up question.
Oh, off script, yeah.
If you had to start cjla over, what would you do different? If you knew what you knew now, what would you do different? Anything? Maybe nothing.
I don't know. The best is I like rarely review the questions for these, so nothing's ever planned. Don't worry. It's always winging it. I don't know. It's so hard. I feel like I look back and you're like, oh, I would never do, like, I don't know, I wouldn't do things different. I don't know. You stumped me.
You can think about it.
What would you do different? Not pack and ship out of our house. We did have a season where we moved. We had so much. It kind of exploded faster than we could, I think, keep up with it. And we had to move all the furniture out of our house. No joke. Like couches in backyard. It was like, what is happening there? And I think so. Some of that. You look back, you're like, that's a little cray to have your furniture in your backyard. And so I think there's probably seasons that maybe some longer than others that was like, wow, this is a lot. This is overwhelming, or just like, do we want this season to be this long of crazy? And then that's why, to throw it back to you, I am so grateful to do it with Chad, because there's so many things that we were sitting there. Remember, Chad like weeded through the clothing to get to the TV to like watch something, and had this like aha moment and was like, we can't do this anymore. Like, this is crazy. We can't pack and ship fast enough. And so I think it's just those times where he's like, okay, we are getting help. We're going to a warehouse. This is getting out of our house. Like, we are crazy. And so I'm super thankful to do it together, because I might be like a crazy lady with furniture in my backyard. I mean, who knows? We might not be able to have this party tonight if it was just me by myself. I would still be packing and shipping off the counter. So grateful for Chad. Chad allowed tonight to have it.
I don't know about that, but speaking of family, our next question is, how do you juggle work and family? This is a question from Deb Barr.
Deb Barr. I know Deb Barr. Yeah, I feel like it's like a little dance, a little bit. I feel like that exact example of, furniture in your living room and our kids like walking through clothing. I think there's certain things that you're like, okay, that is crazy. Maybe too crazy, but also moments where I feel like it's allowed our kids to see hard work, or allowed our kids to see just what it takes to make things happen too. So I think we've honestly just brought our kids along in what we do. I mean, if you haven't noticed, our children are here tonight. Some saving for cars, some, they're like, awesome, don't point us out.
As they all push back.
Yeah, they're like, we're gonna hide. But I think we just brought our kids into what we do, and even to like, I feel like all the details of like, even if I'm meeting for production or going down to a warehouse or working on fabrics or whatever. Like, I feel like we've always just brought our kids into the mix, and a lot of our producers like know and love our kids, and like, why are the kids not with you today? I'm like, well, I need to like actually make something today. So, but our kids just have been a part of it. And same thing, like maybe seasons of like, oh, that's a little much, that's a little cray, and then seasons of just really getting to bring them into the mix. So our family is our priority, and I think we've always just, to the best of our ability, tried to make that the focus number one of just like, hey, that always comes first. I think too, when things are out of that order, it doesn't really work. So for me, I found when that's in order, like it's this overflow that gets to happen, and when it's not, I don't have that. So I think just being really mindful to go, hey, my family's first, and then out of that comes abundance. So anything else?
I looked up the word juggle. The definition for juggle is to continuously toss into the air and catch a number of objects so as to keep at least one in the air while handling the others, typically for the entertainment of others. Okay, so other than the last part, I don't think parenting is for the entertainment of others. Maybe torture sometimes for others, but no. I think it's part of that sometimes you have something that you have control of, and you feel like you know what you're doing, but then there's part of it that's just in the air, and you have to have faith that you're doing hopefully the right thing. And it's a lot of like course correction, I think, in parenting and trying to figure out in work and family, like, okay, this season it's not enough family, and so let's pull back on that. Hey, this season, or this is a busy season for work or something, so we really need to dive into this, and that's important. That's life. You all know that, right? And so there's seasons for that, and it is good for, I think, kids to see that, to go, oh, wait, it is a priority to work hard, and we have to do that. So I think it's constantly that ebb and flow of trying to figure that out, and hopefully just humbly walking through that and going, kids, we don't have this figured out. There was not real, other than the Bible, there's not really a manual that comes with this parenting thing, you know? So we're doing the best that we can, and trying to just humbly walk through that, and hopefully do the same in our marriage as well. So I think that's my answer. So, okay, let's see. How does your faith impact your business? This is from Carissa Groan.
I think it leads everything that we do. I mean, it absolutely does. I am a believer, and I firmly believe I don't breathe on my own. And so everything that I have is not mine. I feel like it's the Lord's. And I think, too, just viewing everything that we have as a gift. And I think we've always been mindful, and hopefully mindful, to be stewards of what we have and what we've been given. And I think in the beginning, I started with my mom with I think we had like $6,000 and this stuff in our closet, you know, and just thinking, okay, how can we be good stewards of this? Like, how can I manage this? How can I use this? And I think just it always comes back to that. It comes back to the Lord and His gifts, and just being faithful with those things. I think it leads what we do. It leads our brand. I think we're mindful. I don't often like publicly get on Instagram and my try-ons be like, these are Jesus clothes, but they're not, they're just clothes, but I love Jesus, and so I hope that comes out in what we do. I think it just leads everything we do, in what we stand for and what we give back to, and like just using again like this platform and space. I think we've just been mindful, and like, oh, I feel like we want to be good stewards of that, and steward it well and manage it well, and be faithful to use it for not just ourselves, but for others and for good things. And yeah, is that answering it?
Yeah. That's great.
So yeah, it leads everything. It leads everything that I do. I'm like, without it, it's just, I look around and feel like, wow, you've like, look what cjla, it's this thing. I'm like, oh, it's so totally a gift. Like, we can work hard and do all the things, but at the end of the day, I'm like, this is totally given. Like, this is from the Lord. So I want to be faithful with it. So yeah, I'm grateful. I think it makes me grateful.
Yeah, I think the only thing I would add is I'm a sinner saved by grace, and I think that drives everything that I do, because I realize that I've been bought with a price, and that's the blood of Jesus Christ, and so that means that my life is no longer my own. So ultimately, every single thing that I do ultimately is to honor and glorify Him. So I just look at my life and go, okay, what am I doing with this? Well, what God did you give me? Well, you gave me this amazing wife. Well, I have to be a good steward of that. I have amazing kids. What am I supposed to do with that? I have this really talented wife. I have gifts and abilities that you've given me. So what are we supposed to do with that? We have these amazing customers that come along and become like family. And so what do we do with that? We have these amazing employees that have come along to be part of what I think of as family. And so how do we care for them? And so how would the Lord want us to care for them? So I think faith influences everything that we do, and making sure that our priorities are run like the Lord would want them to be run. So first Him, second my wife, my kids, then my work, and how all these things work themselves out. So that's what I think I'd add. Yeah. Okay. What is the best business advice for business owners? Jessica Spence.
Really, I should like prepare these and have like prepared answers for you. I don't ever, and then I just answer them on the fly.
That's good. It's
Best
working.
business advice. I guess I would say do what you love. I think like I think this is something where I look at things that people do and I just go, hey, pick something that you enjoy doing, that you would do for free. When we interview people at CJLA, I'm always like, okay, what would you like do if you made not $1? Like, what do you just love doing? And I think we always try to gear even our team in that. Like, what's your gifting? What's your ability? What do you do? Lean into that space. And obviously it's work. You're going to work hard. We do work hard. There's late nights. We put a ton into it. But I think when you're really doing something that you enjoy, that you feel gifted in, it makes it so fun. We were sitting here last night even too, and we had worked a full long day. And some of the team were still here. There's just tons of details that still needed to kind of get dialed in. And we were kind of sitting here like outside with some music on. We ordered pizza and we were hanging out, and I was like, oh my gosh, I would do this. I would do this for free. This is just fun. I love being with these people. I love doing what we're doing. I love getting to do things like this. So I think just doing that. I know that's not always for certain seasons. I used to babysit I was a nanny for years and worked for $5 an hour. And, was I like, oh my gosh, this is my favorite thing in the world? Maybe no, but I learned so much in it. And I knew like, I do want to be a mom someday. And I wanted even that was just a choice to be like, hey, I'm in a space where this is something I want to do. And I do have fun doing. So even when it's maybe not glamorous, also picking things you're still like, I love and enjoy this in some capacity. Kind of weird answer, but
No, I think this is a great answer. I think that's the best advice, because it's that thing that allows you to keep driving on the days that it's hard.
Otherwise you give up.
Because it's a promise that it's going to be hard, right? There's never a promise that it's going to be easy. There's always a promise that something's going to be hard. So pick something that you love, pick a husband that you love your kids, and because those are the things that are going to keep you going on the hard days. So I totally agree with that. That's great. What are your hopes for the future of CJLA? From Abigail Sutherland.
Yeah, I think my hope is that more women know about CJLA. I think we just finally were able to get to a point, even it not being us packing and shipping. I mean, it's been many years now, but I feel like we're at the place and the capacity for it to grow and for more people to know about it, and finally in a healthy way that's not like me packing the order. And I just think that I don't know, I think it's special. I think that like I will be like traveling, I'll be at the airport and I'll like see people and be like, I really want to go up to them and be like, you would really like this brand. You're cute, you look really nice. Do you want to, but I don't. I should be. You probably think I'm really forward and try-ons and stories, but then we go into the wild and someone's like, cute dress. I'm like, thanks. Chad's like, are you going to say, like, you can buy it?
You've gotten better at that.
I've gotten better.
She's gotten better at that.
I have. It just feels a little
She'd be like, well, you could buy it. Go, girl, you got this. Come on.
I know. It just feels a little like slinging dresses at the airport. I'm always like... So I'm getting better about like being like, yeah,
Fertile soil,
here's I need like cards or coupons or something. Like, here's a coupon for my dress.
Right, you too, 20%.
Yeah, maybe that's why it usually hasn't grown. I'm not talking about it. I'm just like, thanks, glad you like it, and then I move along. So yeah, I just think more people need to know about it. It's a dumb answer, but I do. We go places and I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel like we could serve and help so many women in so many seasons who don't know about us. So just growth. I think I feel like we're in a really sweet spot and really having so much fun too, doing what we're doing, and I think just more peeps to know about us.
I like it. What is your favorite CJLA piece? This is the last question.
The last, you're almost done with me.
Delaney.
Okay, I can't answer that. I don't know. it's so hard. I feel like we need like categories, you know, and like basics are like their own land. That could be its own store. Denim is its own land. That could be in its own store.
Okay, favorite piece of denim. Come on, we'll give you categories.
That's so hard. I feel like Chrissy's are like my OG. You put Chrissy's on any day in any season, whether you've like lost 5 pounds, gained 5 pounds. I mean, they just are like a great friend, always there for you. So I might say Chrissy's because they're just like OG. They're so comfy. I could sleep in Chrissy's. So maybe Chrissy's. It sounds like really, but I'm like, I love the whole. I don't know. I can't. That's hard. I love our denim. So.
Favorite dress?
Oh. I know. I'm like looking around, seeing all the dresses on. I'm like, I love that. I love that. I really do genuinely love. I oftentimes people will be like, oh, what are you wearing? And I'm like, I'm wearing cjla. It's like always like mind-boggling to people that I'm like, I literally make what I make to wear it because I love it. And I think that's always interesting where people are like, really? You only wear? I'm like, yeah. And Allie knows. I mean, we produce. Allie deals with me all the time. And she knows. And I'm like, I really want to wear this thing. And you know I'm not going to go buy it. So we have to make it. So she knows, and she'll like get weird things, and I'm like, we're making this, we need to make this, but let's talk about this next week, you know. So I think it's just, I love what we do, I love what we make, I'm loyal to it. Vintage is my like loophole, I'm allowed to wear vintage. But other than that, cjla. So dresses, I'm not answering you, I'm derailing. I don't know. I love the moon dress tonight. So the new moon dress, does this even have a name? It does? Come on. I don't know. Rib spaghetti. If I'm gonna give you boring answers. If I had to pick one and I could only like have one in my closet, I would probably do rib spaghetti. Black or charcoal. And basics. Rachel Tank?
Yes.
There you go. There's my answer.
I'll
stop.
like all of them because they're soft, so I can touch my wife. Like, ooh, that feels good. It's just a good excuse to touch her leg.
That feels good.
Yep, it's good. Okay.
That was it.
That was all the questions. We did good.
We were gonna pause.
We were.
But can I just keep going?
But you can keep going. Did you need this for some reason?
I do.
Okay.
It's my menu, my cheat sheet menu. I'm gonna keep going. We're not gonna pause because we're gonna just keep this night rolling. I am super pumped about a few people who are here tonight. So darn good. They've like ruined us. I feel like we cannot do any other coffee people now after them. Like no one's like good coffee. So I'm so grateful for you guys. I know we are not around the corner from you, and y'all trek and lug and work your booties off to make this happen, and we're so grateful. You're the best. Chef Sebastian and team, I mean, did he not just like vibe up, level up the whole evening?
Talk for a second.
I know.
Chef Sebastian, would you come up here? Just
Oh my gosh, we're putting him on the
We have to put
spot.
him on the spot. I've got a good.
What are you gonna
First off, this is just to hear. He has the coolest
his vibe.
accent. Look at his vibe. I mean, just the coolest. Can you tell us why you decided to put together the meal like you did this evening?
I mean, 120 people, paella is like something to be shared, and I feel like the vibe of Carly Jean, I'm following Carly Jean for a while now, and I feel the vibe is being nice, sharing, and paella is like a great dish to accomplish this mission, to share and to have like kind of a vibe with friends and family and customers, and so it's a great vibe.
I love it.
I love it. And
Yes, yeah.
you had a restaurant in New York, yes?
Yes.
For many years?
I had a restaurant in New York for 10 years. And 10 years it's like dog years in New York, so it's a long time, you know. So I decided to come. I'm from the Basque country, so it's like sea and surf. So I decided to come here on the West Coast as well. I'm from the other West Coast, and I'm launching a little grocery market, coffee shop, and everything in Malibu. And I'm continuing like to do that and multiple stuff. So and I have my salt for sale here with Carly. So voilà. Thank you for being here. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Yeah, just side note, I found Chef Sebastian's salt at my little local farm around the corner from our house. And I was like, what is this? This is so good. I like kept buying it, like jars of it. And then it would like last me like a week, like it was produce. Like I would like put it on eggs and put it on avocado toast and put it on chicken and put it on everything. So every week I was just buying like jars of this salt. I'm like, where's the salt? Who's the salt person? Like, oh, the salt guy. And so I started following Chef Sebastian and was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. His stuff is so cool. And then I saw it was like Restaurant Malibu coming soon. I'm like, let's go. This is awesome. And so we started bringing it to our cjla home and the little shop when we would do pop-up shops. And so I'm just so grateful. Thank you for saying yes to tonight and making it happen and make it work. You have made it so special. So thanks for being here. Our 360 video, and we've been on like eating mode. We've not been on photo booth mode. So before the night is over, go get a video. Our 360 video booth by Strike a Pose. They've been with us at like all of our events, I feel like recently, and they're just the best. So go get a fun little vibey video for the night. We've been hanging here, so you got to go do it at the end of the night. And then
Describe what that is. Does anybody not know what that is? The 360 video thing?
it's a video. You like stand on it and like spins around you.
Spins around, does a whole thing, right? Well, I guess you could like chase it around, you know, if you really wanted to. Avoid your bad angles. I don't know.
It follows. I don't know. It follows you. Just go do it. You'll have fun. It's gonna be great. And then my next guest. I don't know if y'all figured this out. I've been like low. You have figured it out. I like it. We just try to up these every year. I feel like last year we did a fun chefy thing, and then we hung out, and then Chad and I did the Q&A, and that was like, I mean, that's really not that exciting. We were like, we need to bring like more to this. How do we do more? And so our next guest, I heard from Chad's cousin, who's single. His name's Reese. I'll follow him. He's really cute,
Super
really
cool.
Sweet.
Very handsome dude.
Yeah, Reese.
Do you have any eligible, awesome
Reese,
ladies?
great single guy in Dallas. Reese would make us playlists, and so I love music. I've always loved music. I feel like you guys know, like food and music and things and loved things. The like just a fan hashtag. I just love. I'm so grateful for people who have shared about us and the brand as well. And so anytime I find something, salt, a restaurant, a tennis shoe, I don't know, toothpaste, just whatever. Like good things are meant. What'd you say? Ollipops, yes. I'm like low-key just a fan. But I love sharing, and I love when people do the same, when they do that back too. You know, like, oh, I found a cool thing, let's talk about it. I feel like we're also in just such a climate of like everything is sometimes sponsored as well, and I'm not opposed to sponsor's cool, whatever. But I think there's something so special about like just sharing what you love, and that like just like lost like organic share of things. And so tonight we have a really special organic share. Reese made this playlist, and this song came on. I'm like, oh my gosh, who is this? It was also my like discovery, share the playlist, and then I'd like go look at all these people and be like, are they coming to town? Can we go see a show? Like, we love music. Fierce, like music is just in all the things. And so I like looked up this person. I was like, oh my gosh, this music's amazing. I love this. Then was just like on the playlist. If you come to headquarters, there's probably this person's song somewhere in the mix going. I'm making this a long story, but just found this name, fell in love with the music, and then, I mean, I'm kind of making this story crazy. Allie went to the chiropractor. Really, this is really the story. And Allie comes back, she goes, guess what? I was at the chiropractor, and this person was there. And I'm like, at the chiropractor? She's like, yeah. And I go, you didn't ask him to play the 10 sale? And she goes, no. And I'm like, well, if he's at the chiropractor, I'm guessing he lives in LA, because why would you fly to the chiropractor? And so if he's in LA, like, we should ask him to play the 10 like event or VIP dinner, you know? And she's like, Allie knows I'm cray, and Allie's like, sure, we'll try to ask that person to come to the VIP night. Good luck. So she reaches out. We somehow, you guys, we got her friend at the chiropractor to say yes. And one of my favorite music artists, literally, of like, on repeat, always in my car. My children know it. We know it. We love it. I cannot believe we got Jake Scott to say yes to coming tonight. And I really made this a long introduction. So I am here to introduce Jake Scott, my favorite musicians. And he's going to play some fun music for us. And then I'll do a quick Q&A with you at the end so you can answer things. Because that was a weird intro.
No, that was a great.
I was just like, Jake from the Cairo is here to play some music for you.
Fantastic intro. Perfect.
I'm going to let you rig this up.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand.
You are?
I'm so cold that I'm
You are?
blood flow. This is perfect. Hi, everyone.
Okay, and also side note, y'all are all, if you don't know Jake, if you do know, you know this is a big deal. If you don't, you're about to know. And I think you're gonna be new. You're about to know, and you're gonna be big fans. You'll be going home listening to him.
Well, thank you. That was the best intro I've ever been given. But no, that was a real story at the chiropractor. Shout out Dr. Nicole, who was gonna be here, legit. We were there like 2 days ago, and she was like, I heard you're playing at the cjla event. I'm like, how do you know about that? She's like, I love cjla. I was like, okay, cool. Well, yeah, this could be great. But Allie, we met in the foyer of the office, and I have a 2-year-old daughter who is absolutely destructive to everything. So I'm there like putting out dumpster fires, and Allie was like, hey, I like your music. And I'm like, oh, thanks, yeah, good. Meanwhile, Ruby's ripping out everything off the walls. Anyway, my name is Jake Scott, and I'm gonna play a few songs for y'all, cool? This is a song called Favorite T-Shirt. I've been sitting here trying to figure out, what did I do right to be with you right now? I put my arm around your shoulder to see if I could pull you closer. And I didn't want to say it, but honestly thought of growing older. I saw your eyes in the city lights and almost said, I want you so bad tonight. Yeah, you were kissing my neck, you were making me nervous, and none of our friends would believe it. You were putting your hands up under my shirt, making fun of the way I was breathing. Parts of a Mulholland Drive, blankets in the back of my car all night. You look so good, it hurts. In my favorite T-shirt. Beating harder than it ever has. I wanna put you in a photo, put you on my dash. I put my arm around your shoulder to see if I could pull you closer. And I didn't wanna say it, but honestly thought of growing older. I saw your eyes in the city lights and almost said, I want you so bad tonight. Yeah, you were kissing my neck, you were making me nervous, and none of our friends believe it. You were putting your hands up under my shirt, making fun of the way I was breathing. Parked up a Mulholland Drive, blankets in the back of my car all night. You look so good, it hurts. In my favorite T-shirt. No, it doesn't really fit, but you don't really care, cause you said you were cold and you need it. Hope you're gonna forget that you ever put it on, cause you gotta see me if you keep it. Parked out at the end of your drive, kiss me through the window one more time. You look so good, it hurts. In my favorite T-shirt. Oh, you look so good, it hurts. And I've been sitting here trying to figure out, what did I do right to be with you right now? Yeah, you were kissing my neck, you were making me nervous, and none of our friends believe it. You were putting your hands up under my shirt, making fun of the way I was breathing. Parked up a Mulholland Drive, blankets in the back of my car all night. You look so good, it hurts. In my favorite T-shirt. No, it doesn't really fit, but you don't really care, cause you said you were cold and you need it. Hope you're gonna forget that you ever put it on, cause you gotta see me if you keep it. Parked out at the end of your drive, kiss me through the window one more time. You look so good, it hurts. In my favorite T-shirt. Oh, you look so good, it hurts. In my favorite T-shirt. So good it hurts. In my favorite T-shirt. Thank you. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this up to you because I'm torn right now between two different songs. My wife and I were talking about. My wife's name is Rachel. She's here tonight. We can all hang, and we're gonna hang around for a bit. We're torn. There's either a happy song or there's a sad song. Rachel wants the sad boy. I'm kind of leaning towards the happy song, but I'm going to let you decide what you want to hear, what kind of mood you want. So we're going to do a cheer for either one. Whichever's the loudest wins, okay? If you want the sad boy, cheer. 1, 2, 3. Okay, if you want the happy song, 1, 2, 3. Happy song wins. Sorry, Rach. I kind of pride myself on being someone who's a easy person to please, and I wanted to write a song that kind of encapsulated the fact that the best moment that I could possibly dream of now, especially having 2 children, is like waking up on a day, on a Saturday in particular, where I have absolutely no plans, nowhere to be, the coffee is hot, and that's all that we have to worry about for the whole day. And the song's about that. It's called Good Day. A cup of coffee with the sunrise. Got this morning going just right. No plans and it's so nice, so nice. Whoa, Lord knows that it's been a long week. Whole world's been a-leaning on me. But right here's right where I wanna be. It's gonna be a good day, a good vibe. Ordering a little Postmates in my times. Turn the music up on a long drive, yeah. Wake a little up in the sunshine. It's gonna be a good day, a good time. As long as I got your hand in mine. I wouldn't wanna live any other way. Wake up every morning, look at you and say, hey, it's gonna be a good day. Nah, 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 nah. It's gonna be a good day. Nah, 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 yeah. We should turn off both of our phones. Go anywhere you wanna go. If you want me, I'm yours. Baby, just say so. Whoa, Lord knows that it's been a long week. Whole world's been a-leaning on me. But right here's right where I wanna be. It's gonna be a good day, a good vibe. Ordering a little Postmates in my ties. Turn the music up on a long drive. Make a little love in the sunshine. It's gonna be a good day, a good time. As long as I got your hand in mine. I wouldn't wanna live any other way. I wake up every morning, look at you and say, it's gonna be a good day. Nah, 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 nah. It's gonna be a good day. Nah, 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 yeah. Typically in the song there's a trumpet solo that goes on right here, but that's not gonna happen tonight. So 1, 2, 3. It's gonna be a good day, a good vibe. Ordering a little Postmates in my times. Turn the music up on a long drive. Make a little love in the sunshine. It's gonna be a good day, a good time. As long as I got your hand in mine. I wouldn't wanna live any other way. Wake up every morning, look at you and say, it's gonna be a good day. Nah, 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 nah. It's gonna be a good day. Nah, 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 yeah. Thank you. I think I'll play one more, and then we can keep hanging. Cool? Okay.
I asked Rachel if you were going to play the one that I was hoping you were going to play, and she said,
She knows. Sorry for the cough. I promise you I'm not sick, but I didn't have a voice on like Sunday, but I'm good now. We've recovered. Everybody's cool. I just had an album come out called Lavender. It's my first ever album. Came out 2 weeks ago. And it's the first time I've ever done that. I've released a lot of singles in my lifetime, in the last 4 years, I guess. But this is my first album, and I'm so excited about it. And in the process of this microphone, just doesn't want to hang. It's all good. No, it's totally fine. I'm not about to like rock out on or anything. But in the course of making this album, I became a father. This album's been 2 years in the making, and my daughter just turned 2 years old. And I knew that I wanted to try to write a song that encapsulated a lot of the best moments of my life, meeting my wife Rachel, and then I don't want to give too much of the song away, so I'm going to stop there. But just know that this is 3 of the best moments of my entire life, all in one little song capsule. It's called One on the Way. Heart stopped when I saw your black dress. Long hair, looked like an actress. I was leaving, started thinking of questions to ask. I took my shot to get to know ya. One more tequila soda. I said hello, made a bad joke, and you faked a laugh and said, are you gonna buy me a drink? Said I got one on the way. I was reading the signs, didn't know what you'd say, but I had to try. I knew I'd regret if I let you pass me by. I didn't know your name, but I loved your smile. Some chances you take change your whole life. So I bought another round, if that's okay. I got one on the way. I got one on the way. 6 months I had no doubts. My friends told me to slow down. We were falling, already all in. Knew it was meant to last. And that summer I made some big plans. Something to wear on your left hand. We went to Paris, I was talking marriage, and you just laughed and said, are you gonna buy me a ring? Said I got one on the way. I was reading the signs, didn't know what you'd say, but I spent my last dime. I knew I'd regret if I let you pass me by. I knew it was fast, but I knew it was right. Some chances you take change your whole life. I wanna give you all of mine, if that's okay. I got one on the way. I got one on the way. And one dive bar and one first kiss. Who knew we'd end up like this? Life is full of turns and twists, like finding out these 2 kids. Got one on the way, and for the first time I don't know what to say, looking into your eyes. Guess the greatest things will catch you by surprise. Now we're thinking of names and we can't decide. Crazy how one moment changes your whole life. And we might be scared to death, but that's okay. We got one on the way. We got one on the way. We got one on the way. Thank you so much. I think we're doing a Q&A.
Like, what happens if I don't come up?
Then he just keeps playing. I'll just sit in my seat. Okay, you have to go listen to Married Young now. Because you're kind of like, I kind of wanted to play everything, but that would be a show, which is not what this is.
I'm going to do lots of those.
Okay, well, you said that. I didn't say that. You're hinting at things. So he said lots of those. I thought we'd just give you a second just to kind of introduce yourself a little bit. I want them to know how to follow you. How do we cheer you on? How do we know what's going on? We're live. Are we live tonight? We're live. Let's go. I'm like, hi, everyone. Yeah.
Yes,
we're live with our cjla community. They just got a fun little surprise show tonight. You guys got it in person tonight. But how can we know about all the things? And maybe let's actually hold on. Let's back that up for a second. Quick, how you got into music. Sorry, we're just derailing that.
Wow.
Just really quick, 2 second, not two, take your time, but music. How you got into music and how you're in LA. How you're at the chiropractor.
How we ended up at the chiropractor. Okay.
I know. Sorry.
Super quick story about the music. Started playing drums when I was a kid. Then I heard John Mayer for the first time, sold the drums, bought a guitar, quickly realized I'm not John Mayer. And so I was like, well, I can't play guitar like that, but maybe one day I could write songs like he does. And I'm still working on that because he's one of the best of all time. But started writing songs when I was in college. Kind of learned how to do that playing a lot of music in church and doing all that. And like that's kind of how I cut my teeth and learned that I could actually, do that. Fast forward, wrote a few songs, got to record those songs, put them on iTunes, and thought like my mom and my best friends were going to buy them and listen to them. And I was like, cool, got it done. But then it caught this like weird traction and got on like the Billboard charts and the iTunes charts. And like then I got, contacted by people. And one of those people lived out here and was a big like producer, songwriter guy, and he was like, hey, I want to work with you. And I was like, okay. I'm from Arkansas, and probably none of you have ever even heard of Arkansas, and you live in this country. But I moved to LA, and then have been making music ever since, yeah. And then 5 days after moving to LA, met my wife, Rachel, and that is how we found our way to the chiropractor.
I love it. You took it. You answered it. And then just obviously you said, hey, new album's out, and obviously you've released a ton of stuff. He's super humble. He's written with like everyone, like a ton of people. You have songs with all sorts of peeps. He's everywhere. So number one, you have to go, where's the best place to find all the things? How do they follow you? How do they know what's happening with you and know how to become Jake Scott fans?
Yes. Jake Scott Music is my Instagram. I think that's also my TikTok. I think Jake Scott Music is like my handle for everything.
Are you more Insta or more TikTok?
The ship is turning. I've always been more Instagram, but like I gotta embrace the times, and music is very much leaning towards TikTok, okay. And I don't get it at all. I don't consume it. I don't look at it. I don't do anything. But everyone in my life is like, you gotta get on TikTok, bro. It's where it's happening. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So both.
Okay.
I'm on Instagram. Instagram is where I'm by far the most active. So if you want to follow me, you can follow me there. You can find my music on Spotify, Jake Scott. Like Great Scott, not though, but it's easy to remember. All my music's there. Yeah.
I love it. And you gave hints. You're not talking about it, but you gave hints that you'll be able to see Jake somewhere. But yeah.
I'm going on tour in February. So.
I was not supposed to say that, but you said it, so I guess it's allowed. But yeah, for people watching, I'm like, we have people all over the country, which I'm like, we have people everywhere that you might be in their hometown to go see. You have to go see him live. He's like phenomenal and so fun, and we're just so pumped that you're here tonight. So any other things, any other parting words that you want to say tonight?
Thank you for having me. Thank you all for being so kind, and this has been so fun to be here. This is our first event like this.
They really were not knowing what they were in for tonight, and his manager was like, "What is it? What is it that you're wanting him to come to?" And we're like, "Well, it's like a party, but a store," and they were really gracious. Yeah. It somehow worked. Whatever happened. Oh, Allie is helping me out. We do have one fun thing. I don't know if you know that we have this, but
have no idea.
We have 5 signed. I mean, you do know that you did this, but you don't know we have them.
Yes.
Jake's album's here. We have some vinyls tonight. Love y'all.
Tell me just why did your heart change? What are you chasing? Why